Okay, so we're using the Uninet iColor 560. I wanted to show you how to print the image out that you're going to use. The Uninet iColor comes with its own software. It is a dongle, and you will want to keep the dongle plugged in when you're using the software. It won't work otherwise. Do not lose that dongle because it is very expensive to replace. So I've already opened the software here, and it's the iRip software that comes with the printer. I've created an image in Canva and I've downloaded it with a transparent background. So I'm going to go ahead and open it here. And this is not going to be an in-depth tutorial. Quite frankly, there's a lot to know about the software, and I'm just going to show you the very basics of how to print out an image and put it on a shirt in this case. So I've got my image here, and you can see this red area is telling me that it's too wide for the paper, or for the film that's going to go through the printer. So I'm going to go ahead and come down here. I'm on the job tab here, and I'm going to bring that down to 8.25, and then I'm going to go ahead and come up here, and I'm going to center that image on the page. So I know that that is centered on the page, and the red areas that I'm seeing, it's not going to matter. It's actually not any part of the image, so I'm not worried about it. In this case, I'm not too worried about which direction it's going on the shirt, but if I had words or some kind of specific order that I wanted things to be in, I would go ahead and mirror that image, because when it goes on your garment, that will cause your words and everything to be going in the correct direction. Once I do that, I'm going to come over to color adjust. Mine is set already. I don't know if this is a standard setting to rasterize the image, which means it'll put tiny holes in your image so it won't be so much ink. It'll give it a softer hand feel, but I don't want it rasterized because, and I just turn that off, enable ink removal, because I'm going to knock out all of the black area on this image. I'm putting it on a black t-shirt. So I'm going to allow the t-shirt to fill in all of the spaces on this image that are black. And to do that, I'm going to come up to jobs and then come down to production plugins. And there is something called Knock Me Black Out. And so I'm going to do that. And then this is how the image is looking. Here's how it will look with all of the black taken out. And that's how I want the image. So I'm going to say, okay, that's how I want the image to look. Once I have it exactly as I want it to look, which that's great because all of the black areas are going to be filled in by the black of the t-shirt, which is perfect. I'm going to go ahead and come up here, and this button right here is the print button, and you're just going to click that print button and your image will be sent over to the printer, which I'm going to do right now. So I'm going to hit print there, and you can see it's starting to do its thing right there. And then we're going to go over to the printer, and I'm going to show you what that looks like being printed out. Okay, so the paper that we use for the Uninet iColor 560 is I'm using the standard transfer paper, which really is a film and an adhesive. It's a two-step process. So let's grab the transfer sheet, which is, like I said, it is a film type sheet. It's got a shiny side and a dull side. The dull side is definitely your print side. The second sheet you're going to need is your adhesive page. Let's get that out. Okay, so when you're ready to print, there is a window here at the top of the printer that's going to give you your printer status. It's saying out of paper and bypass because we are going to put this sheet through the bypass tray, which is right here. If you forget which side is up, it's going to tell you print side face down, and you know the print side is the dull side. So we're going to slip it in, and it is going to grab onto it when it's ready to print. And then it's going to pull that sheet through. And it comes out, and you can see there's not just a lot of ink on here because we knocked out all of the black from that image. We're going to let the t-shirt provide the black part of this graphic. Then we're going to take both the printout and the adhesive paper, which has this yellow grid on the back of it, over to the heat press. Okay, before you merge your adhesive to your film, you want to go ahead and heat up your heat press. And that means, maybe just, go ahead and shut it without anything on it for a couple minutes, and that gets it nice and hot. This is a really important step. So be sure and heat your platen up before you put your print out on there. And this is our image. Be sure you've got the print side, which is the dull side, going up against the adhesive side. So the yellow grid will be to the outside. It's very important. If you don't do that, you're not going to get any adhesive on your print. So you kind of even that out as much as you can. Put it on your press. Put a piece of parchment over it. And at 310 degrees, you're going to press it for 120 seconds. Remove your parchments. I take a textile and I kind of give it a good little rub. Then you're going to peel away the adhesive sheet from your transfer sheet. Do it low and slow. Try to keep, don't pull it straight up. You want to keep as close to the transfer paper as possible. And you remove it. Okay. And then you'll be able to see on your adhesive sheet, you can see where it pulled that adhesive off of this sheet onto your transfer. And you can feel it too. I mean, it's there. You can feel it. So this is ready to be put on a shirt. And I've got a shirt here. And it does not matter if it's 100% cotton. It doesn't matter. It's not like sublimation where it has to be 100% polyester. The only thing is, if you are doing a shirt that is not cotton, 100%, if it's got, if it's polyester, if it's a 50-50 polyester blend, then you're going to need to adjust your heat settings. On 100% polyester, on 100% cotton, we're going to keep that temperature at 310 to press the image onto our shirt. I'm going to go ahead and give this a quick little press, just to be sure there's no moisture in this shirt or anything like that. I want to be sure that it is dry and good to go. And I'm doing this manually. I'm not even locking down the heat press. So now I have a nice surface. Before you put your image on, go ahead and trim around it, because sometimes the adhesive will stick to the edges and then it will come off on your shirt, and you do not want that, especially not on a dark shirt. You don't want to take a chance on some adhesion coming off just at random. on your shirt. So we just cut around it. Now, if I was doing a 50-50 polyester, we would do 265. Or excuse me, 100% polyester, we would press at 265. On a 50-50, we would press at 285. But since this is 100% cotton, we're going to press at 310. And then just line your image up. Like I said, I'm not going just full tilt, being careful about everything, but I want to get my image lined up pretty good. Okay. And then I'm going to press that. I'm going to take my parchment. And I'm going to press it for 30 seconds. I'm going to go ahead and change my timer from 120. It was 120 seconds to get the adhesive onto the film. And then to press the actual image, I need 30 seconds. So I'm going to go ahead and change from 120 seconds that I did to put the adhesion on down to 30 seconds to press it on the garment. Okay. And I'm going to use a pretty good pressure to do that. And it's going to go for 30 seconds. Okay, now this process is a cold peel process, so you cannot peel it off at this point. You want to let it cool off. And then once it's cool, I'll show you the peeling off the film. Okay, now that our transfer is completely cooled off, we're going to go ahead and peel it off. And basically, you're going to want to just peel it off like a Band-Aid. You want to do it, you know, steady pressure, steady speed, and just pull it off. And that's how it looks before the final step, which it's very vibrant, very pretty, but we need to do one last step to get that shine off of the image. We're going to go back to the heat press and we're going to do a final press that will make it look matte. Okay, then the last thing that you're going to do is you're going to give one final press. It's going to get that high sheen off of the image. You're going to press for 20 seconds at 310 to finish. And you're going to remove your parchment, and now you can see you've got a really nice image. Okay, so you can see your image. It's nice and vibrant. This is on a 100% cotton shirt. The hand feel is really nice. It doesn't feel really thick with ink. And that's mostly because we knocked out all the black. We knocked all of the black ink out, so we did not have to use that ink, but we still got all of the black that we needed from the shirt that we put it on. And that's it. That is a most basic look at how the Uninet iColor 560 works.